Hey everyone, welcome back to the Top Drive Show. My name is Dimitri. You know me as a community manager for Top Drives, and today I'm here to present to you our next Tri Series prize car, which is very exciting. As you guys know, it is the Koenigsegg Gemera, a 100 RQ four-seater beast that, despite having maybe not the best MRA in the garages, it is still going to be a very useful car, especially due to its four-seater layout. Anyway, I've invited Will to talk about the car's history, also performance. I mean, there's not much history because it's a pretty new car in real life anyway, but still it's very exciting. But he will talk about the car's performance. He will show you some footage racing against its rivals, and then hopefully this will ultimately help you to decide whether you want to take part in the finals that are starting in Top Drives this Thursday. So I'm going to give words to Will, and he will present you this card, the Koenigsegg Gemera. Will, your turn.
Cheers, Dimitri. Just when you think you understand Koenigsegg and everything that it stands for, it goes and releases something like the Gemera. This car is not an ultra lightweight, pared back, two-seater V8 powered record breaker. The Gemera is basically a sort of practical four-seater, four-wheel drive, three-cylinder hybrid saloon car. Except at the very same time, it's not that at all, because it's also capable of 249 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, and has 1700 brake horsepower. So in those respects, it's very much like a Koenigsegg. The combination of these two wildly different worlds means that the Gemera is just like no other car. It does look a bit like a Koenigsegg, low and sleek with that wraparound windscreen, except it's a tiny bit longer than you expect and has these extra long doors that open up the entire side of the car and create access to the front and the back seats. Inside, there's actual space for four adults, genuinely. The Gemera isn't like a Porsche 911 or most four-seater coupes, it's roomy. There's also space for four people's worth of luggage. 3 suitcases can fit in the boot, trunk at the back, whatever you want to call it, and another one can go in the front. To create all this space in a sleek, aerodynamic package that can cut through the air at well over 200 miles per hour, Koenigsegg has had to do away with its trademark V8 in favour of an engine that it calls the TFG, or Tiny Friendly Giant. That's really what it stands for. This 2-litre engine only has 3 cylinders, but thanks to 2 turbochargers and pneumatically operated valves, it puts out 600 brake horsepower alone. To save further space and weight, the Gemera has a similar transmission to the Koenigsegg Regera. In a way, it has no transmission at all, just one single gear. The system is called Koenigsegg Direct Drive, or KDD. Instead of a gearbox, the Gemera uses a combination of electric motors and a torque converter on the engine so that it can pull away and reach almost 250 miles per hour without changing a single gear. So let's talk about those electric motors. They're not just essential to help get the car moving, and they're not just to give it some electric-only range, although the Gemera can drive for just over 30 miles on electric power alone. No, the electric motors substantially add to the car's performance. The rear axle is powered by 2 motors, one for each wheel, producing a total of 1,000 brake horsepower. There's a third electric motor that's connected to the crank of the TFG engine, and they together power the front wheels. This motor, the electric motor, adds another 400 brake horsepower to the mix and is sent to the front via an electronically controlled limited slip differential. This setup on the front axle and with the individual motors on the rear wheels means that the Gemera has proper torque vectoring. It does make you wonder how Koenigsegg came up with the idea for the Gemera, though. As unbelievably impressive as it sounds, the fact that nothing like it has existed before suggests that no one is looking for a usable 4-seater car with 1.27 megawatts of power. That's why Koenigsegg call it a Mega GT, not a Super or even Hyper GT. But Koenigsegg are building 300, and almost all have been snapped up, so there's clearly enough people out there who think it is the perfect car. But no matter what its shape, size or seat count, the numbers it produces are mightily impressive, which means it's very useful in top drives. Let's see just how useful. Compared to the Gemera, the 1,577 brake horsepower Bugatti Chiron Sport. It's a bit underpowered, yet the Chiron still has the higher top speed. In a mile-long drag race, the faster accelerating Koenigsegg does pull out a lead. However, on the final stages, the Bugatti starts to creep back, but not quite fast enough, and the Gemera takes the win. Up against a proper race car, the Peugeot 905B, the Gemera is going to have its work cut out. The hairpin course, very much a road and not a circuit, however, might level the playing field a bit. The Gemera's amazing acceleration helps it take the lead at the start and edge ahead out of each of the slow corners, so it stays out in front throughout the race to take the win. Finally, on the fast circuit, this time against another hybrid, the Porsche 918 Spider. The Koenigsegg gets off the line quicker, but the first corner sees the Porsche edge a bit closer. The 918's better handling means it can take the bends just that bit faster. But after the long straight, the Gemera is too far ahead for the Porsche to challenge, even around the twisty section, and the Koenigsegg wins. It's a weird and wonderful car, the Gemera. It's skilled at a lot of things, carrying people, accelerating incredibly quickly, driving around without any tailpipe emissions, going at phenomenal speeds, and, as it turns out, winning races in top drives.
Thank you so much, Will, for coming along once again and reviewing our prize car, the Koenigsegg Gemera. Folks, we're hoping you will have luck in the upcoming Tri-Series finals. Otherwise, thank you very much for your kind words you've shared with us about the 14.6 update we've released to Top Drives very recently, as this has brought a variety of updated 3D environments, and the feedback we've seen so far has been extremely positive. We know there are some minor issues with bugs like tags missing, but this is something that will be sorted out and ironed out. However, the environments will stay, and we're really glad to see that you folks are enjoying them. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social links. You will see the links pop up on your screen any moment now. Otherwise, I'm signing out for today, and I will see you soon on the Top Drive Show. Bye-bye.